Kindergartners, today is day 3. We are moving on our writing animal unit really well. Everything should be running smoothly. You guys know exactly how to use these papers because you've already used them in our last unit. And so what you're going to need today is you're going to need this paperwork, this paper that you filled out yesterday, and then you're going to need this paper, however many of these you need. Now remember, each fact bubble equals 1 page. Okay, so how many fact bubbles do I have filled out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means how many pages do I need? Do I need 6? 8? No, 5. So I'm going to pull them out right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have my 5 pages. Now what I need to decide is how I want to organize my work. If I look here, each of these pages is going to be something about a fact about my animal. So one of my pages is going to be about the habitat. One's going to be about the food. One's going to be about the color of my animal. One's going to be about the size. And one's going to be about the gestation or the amount of time that this animal is pregnant, because I found that fact very interesting. And so it doesn't really matter what order I go in with this type of informational text. I really can go, it's not teaching someone how to do something, it's teaching someone about something. So I really don't have to go in any particular order. So I'm just going to choose what to do on each page based on what's in this fact bubble. So first things first, today, here are my sheets. We're just working on the pictures, right? We're not working on any of the words. We're just working on the pictures. So first what I'm going to do is I am going to draw. One of my facts is going to be all about the food that orcas eat. And so I'm going to draw the type of animals that it eats. What's interesting about orcas that I really, really, really love is that they're actually top of the food chain, which means besides humans, nothing hunts them. But they hunt everything below them. A lot of people think that great white sharks are the top of the food chain, but orcas hunt great white sharks, which is really cool. So I'm actually going to make sure I draw great white sharks because that's not really a known fact. So I'm going to draw a great white shark on my food page. So I'm drawing food right now. So I have to think to myself, what does an orca eat, right? Like what kind of food does an orca eat? And I know that it eats sharks. So I'm going to draw a shark because I just find that to be super interesting. And then now what I'm going to draw is, I know that an orca eats octopus and squid. So I'm going to draw squid, which is, again, so cool because think about octopus and squid. Like squid and jellyfish and all of that have some really cool defense mechanisms. So they do octopus, squid, and jellyfish, which is super rad because like squid emits an ink, right? And jellyfish emits like electric shock, but yet the octopus still, or the octopus, I'm sorry, I'm drawing an octopus, that's why I said that. The orca still can get it and eat it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to make sure my number of legs is correct because this is an informational text and I don't want it to be wrong when I'm drawing my octopus. So far I have a shark, a jellyfish. Oh, I went backwards because it's backwards on my screen. A shark, a jellyfish, an octopus. I don't know, a crab, right? Because they eat them. And then another really cool thing that they do, we already know that they eat like seals, right? That's one of their favorite foods. But they also eat seabirds. And so That's kind of cool because they come up and literally just eat seabirds. So I'm really, you see how I'm giving you the information as I'm drawing it. Super important fact to do. You want to make sure you're giving all of the information as you're drawing it, because if you don't, you might get confused about what you're drawing, right? And then not know. And so super important to maybe talk it out with someone about like what information are you giving, because you want your reader to really know. So if you are giving factual evidence and not just made up stuff, then we can help teach our reader a little bit better. So I have seabirds, whoop, right there. I have crabs, I have octopus, squids, jellyfish, and sharks. They eat a plethora, meaning a lot of other things, a very high variety. But I'm running out of room and I don't want my page to look too sloppy. So I will be writing, when I write about it, I'll be explaining that they can eat pretty much anything. But I can't draw all the animals, right? That would be crazy. So I now have to label my picture. And remember, in an informational text, it's not actually called a picture, it's called a diagram, right? I have to label it so that everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. So this is the food for the orca, right? So there's a shark. I have to draw an arrow and I'm gonna label shark. But it's not just any shark, it's a great white shark, right? That's a very important fact, because it doesn't just kill a bull shark or a tiger shark, or, you know, and it goes after one of the top predators, which is a great white shark, which is a good fact to know. So I need to sound that out. So I'm going to practice my stretching out of a word that you guys already know, so I'm not going to go over that too deeply right now, but I need to label my picture. So great white. Ooh, that's a digraph. 2 letters make 1 sound. Shark. Good. So you can see I labeled my picture, my diagram, with exactly what it is, right? So now I need to do that for all my other ones. So I'm going to kind of have an arrow drawing showing me exactly what this is. There's another digraph. This one looks like good. Don't forget to draw your arrows. Oh, seabird. Bird. Okay. Now, one thing I will say, the seabird, I wrote C like this, S-E-A, because S-E-E is like I see you. S-E-A is actually like a body of water, okay? So, you see how I have my labels? I'm ready to go on to the next step. So, my next page, so this one's all about food. Good. I'm done writing about food now. The next one, I'm going to write about its habitat. Orcas have a very interesting habitat, you can say, because some animals are either only cold water or they're only warm water. They can't really go both. But orcas can be found all the way down by the equator, which has the warmest waters, or all the way up northern or southern, where it's the coldest waters. So they're actually adaptable to go cold water or warm water. So they literally can travel over the entire globe, which is super cool. So I'm going to draw the ocean, and I'm going to draw waves like, oh, that's so cool. Orcas are so great. I know, aren't they so awesome? Yeah, they are. Okay, so I'm drawing my water and talking to myself. It's fine. Mrs. Lopez always does that, right? So, and then over here, it's just going to be calm, right? It's just the waves calming down because they've already crashed. Okay, now, I just drew the ocean. I need to color it. Now, in my words, though, I need to tell my reader that orcas can survive in cold water and warm water. I can't just say, they live in water, because that doesn't tell my reader all of the cool facts that are about orcas. In my writing, I have to tell them. Now, with my picture, it's really hard to show, like, cold water and warm water. So I could draw a couple, maybe like a palm tree next to an island, and then maybe like an iceberg. But I'm just going to draw the ocean. And then I'm going to write that down. All oceans is what I'm going to write. And then in my words, I'm really going to explain what that means. So I need to label my picture. All. Oh, we know that word. That's a side word. All oceans. All oceans. Now, page 2 is done. Look at that. I'm so good. Okay, so I can check off 2 things. I wrote about food. Check. I wrote about habitat. Check. Now, how many more things do I have? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep writing about orcas, their size, their color, their gestation. Orcas are just such amazing animals. I love them so much. But I'm going to keep working. I want you guys to get to work, though. So, remember, today, you're getting your pages out, and you're writing your information from your fact bubbles onto the pages in the picture. Sound good? Okay, have fun, do a good job, work hard. You're not working on your words today. Label your diagrams, aka your pictures. And wait till tomorrow to get more information. Have a good night, guys.